Hey, hey, there
What's
he
up, bro?
is. How you doing, man?
I'm
How you
doing
doing?
good. Doing good. Been chilling all night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited to get back to it. Dish it
Me
up with you.
too. Golfed a little today. What'd you do today? Did you work?
Yeah. I was at work, just running some packages for Daddy Bezos. That's what it's all about, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. What about you? How was your day?
Oh, good. Just went to a place called Golf Galaxy. Tried out some new
Nice.
clubs and stuff. Yeah.
Golf Galaxy.
Yeah.
Psychedelic. I like that.
So for anyone listening that does not know, go ahead and introduce yourself first, Cam.
Yes, sir. All right. So I'm Cameron Porter. We kind of skipped intros in episode one. We were just so excited to get some content out. And yeah, we glossed right over that. But I'm Cameron Porter. Um, Avery is my brother from another mother. We grew up together in the
Yes,
same
sir.
valley, met each other. And what was it? It was like eighth grade,
Yep.
summer after eighth grade.
Yep.
And right away, big homies, super into conspiracies together. Like both had the same kind of mindset about things. We thought the same way. And like, I don't know if you feel this way, but it was like you were like the first person I'd ever met that was like on the same wavelength that I hadn't put onto that wavelength.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I like we met each other and we're like, you're into this shit? Like you
Yeah.
you know some shit? It's like, oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I remember I think the first thing we ever talked about was like demons.
Yes. We got right into it. We were ready. It was
Yeah.
time. I love it. I
Well, hell
love it.
yeah. My name for anyone listening is Avery Newitt. I'm from Colorado, and like he just said, we met through school way back in seventh or eighth grade, and we both were into conspiracies. We both were into a little bit of theater, comedy.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
tried to write
sir.
a comic book back in the day.
Oh, I remember that, bro. Do you remember the character you came up with? It was like
Yeah,
the Red Hulk.
yeah.
Oh, I'll never forget that shit. Those were great times.
Hell yeah.
We did the play with all the boys. We were like in drama class and did like the
Yes.
bank robbery with the bananas.
Oh, that's a forever memory for sure.
Yeah, dumbest shit in the whole world, but also like core memory.
Yeah,
Solidified all of our relationship. I love that, man.
yeah.
Ah,
But yeah, I love
best times.
conspiracies. I'm very invested and interested in the government,
Yeah.
politics, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
God,
but yeah,
we've been on this shit for so long. I remember back in the day we used to chop it up in Luby. Remember Luby's class?
yeah, Luby.
Mr. Luby. We would get our work done quick so that
Yeah,
we would have some time in the
to
library
just,
to just look up. We were into the FEMA camp shit. That's what
yeah,
I was heavy into.
yeah,
As I was looking into the FEMA camps and oh my God, they're gonna turn all the Walmarts into fucking martial law outposts and like, dude,
yeah.
we were balls deep in that shit. That was before Trump even got elected.
Oh yeah,
God, those were the times, dude. Those are the times.
yes, sir. So over this past weekend, I actually went to Rolling Loud in
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, in LA. And so something I've been waiting to talk to you about for days now, because I've been
Yeah.
so gone, is the effect that certain frequencies and hertz can have on outside objects.
Yeah, dude.
And so we'll get into like the water and sand experiments and stuff, but something that I personally experienced while I was there was there's this guy named Mike Dean who's a producer. He came out and played a set, just him, where he had like a bunch of keyboards and a guitar and all this stuff, but at one point during his set, he was just blasting 808s as loud as they can possibly go. And I've been to a lot of concerts. I've never had a problem with sound. Doesn't bug me. I already can't hear that well anyway. So, but he was blasting like 808s or whatever it was, like to the absolute maximum. And it was just
Yeah.
constant for like a solid minute at a time.
Yep. Yep.
And so it got to the point where like I had to put my head down like this. It was making my neck heavy and it was literally taking like the breath out of my lungs a little bit. And so it
Jesus.
made me think, I'm like, this would be a perfect thing to talk about because like there you go right there is proof
Yeah.
that like sound does have an effect in a way that you might not understand.
Dude, 100%. It has a
Yeah.
huge effect. I mean, like, at the end of the day, everything vibrates, man. That
Yeah.
is it's the hermetic principle. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's the fucking third hermetic principle.
Yeah,
It's vibration, man. Everything moves, nothing is stagnant. And like what I've learned is that there are certain frequencies that align with what you got going on
yeah,
in your resonant field, and with the earth. And there are certain frequencies that disrupt what's going on, or disrupt.
gotcha.
I'm fucking up my English over here,
No,
but
you're good.
nonetheless, points getting across. It messes with your energy field, man. And 808s are they're a chaos frequency,
Yeah,
and they're meant to disrupt your frequency and your field, and your brain waves. They're meant to like make you bug out, bro. That's
yeah,
why people get so ridiculous on an 808 beat. Like that's why people are wild into this kind of
right.
music.
Like you hear some hard ass rap and you're ready to go.
Bro, you just want to throw yourself through a window or something. You get crazy, bro. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And that's what it's for. It's made to, you know, incite some sort of reaction out of
Yeah,
you. That's what
yeah,
it's all about.
yeah. So, anyways, I thought that was perfect to lead into the topic of if anyone hasn't seen, you can go look up the video. Cameron, I don't know if you have it on your mind, but we'll find it in at some point in this. There's a guy who does experiments with sand and water
Yeah.
where he plays different instruments with a device that's attached to a plate that has sand on it. And
Yes.
each tone or frequency or hertz or whatever creates shapes in the sand
Yep.
via sound.
Yep.
So you can literally physically see what sound looks like. And I just think that's
Yes.
so cool. And you can touch on that.
Yes. So yeah, that video is so cool. I actually saw it on Facebook today. It like came up in my algorithm,
Oh,
which is
that's
so
weird.
cool. Yeah, it's so cool that we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, he's got this like little metal plate and he pours some sand on there. And then he takes a violin fucking oh, what is the name? A bow
Yeah.
with the horsehair.
Yep.
And he plays on this metal plate as if it's the violin. And the sand all arranges itself in this like it's got four little points coming out, but it all comes into these points. And it's so weird. It's uniform.
Yeah.
And then he hooks it up to this piano and he's playing different notes. And I don't know. Don't quote me on this. No music buff, but I'm pretty sure he's playing harmonics,
Yeah.
and he'll play a certain harmonic and it'll arrange the sand in a different way. And there will be numbers corresponding to what harmonic that is.
Yeah.
And so, say, for example, he plays the fourth harmonic, there's going to be a little cross in the middle with, jutting out lines, and then four little circles. And that's what's going to be the fourth harmonic. And that repeats itself for each number. So the fifth is going to have five lines, five circles. It's very interesting the way these numbers correspond with these harmonics and these frequencies.
Yeah. Yeah. So to go even deeper and on a even more fun note is to just think about what the top music engineers of the world can do with the music that they're pumping into the youth.
Yes, I
What if
know.
there's even deeper stuff to it, you know?
Well, and there absolutely is, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the videos on Facebook, bro, of Kanye West, and like, obviously, we've all got our views on what Kanye West is doing lately. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's kind of a crazy dude, but
Of
I
course.
think at the end of the day, he's a crazy dude with some truth to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater. You need to
Yeah.
keep those morsels of truth, regardless of how crazy he is or how crazy he's being portrayed. Because that's
Right.
another point. Very well could be being portrayed in a certain light. That's how the deep state and this Illuminati fucking covenant likes to do it. They like to, until you're not useful, or like up until you're not useful, they'll treat you good, and
Yeah.
then when you're not useful anymore, they blast you and they defame the shit out of you, and they make you a monster and a schizophrenic and and they
Yeah.
drug you out.
Yep.
It's yeah, that's all part of it. And sorry, I
But
had to run off on a little
no,
bit
no, yeah,
there.
exactly. That's what he refers to as like the sunken place. It's like when
Mm-hmm.
he's not doing what they tell him, they just fill him full of prescriptions.
Yes, and this is very quick, but what was the name of his like? I think it was just like personal trainer, right, or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Personal trainer. Whoever it is, is famous for like
Pasternak.
doing this. Yeah, yeah. Famous for doing the same thing to multiple celebrities.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he also works with Canadian intelligence, and he
Yeah.
works in their like, essentially, he works in their fucking MK Ultra program
Yeah.
in Canada,
Yeah.
and now he's Kanye's personal trainer.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's a long tangent. Getting back to the frequency point.
Right,
So
right.
there's this video. He's on this podcast. I can't remember what podcast it is, but he's talking about how the 808 frequency and that because that and for people who don't know, because 808 is a pretty specific word and
Yeah.
it applies to a certain demographic. You could probably explain the 808 better than I can.
It's basically a drum. It's it's just a deep bass sound. I don't know how you would explain it, but yeah, like 808 drums are just the boom in the back of a song. That's
Yeah.
what really makes you bob your head when you listen to a song is the 808.
Yes. Yes. So it's that underlying frequency that you might not even necessarily know that it's there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's in there. And Kanye in this video on Facebook, you can look it up. I found it pretty easily. I typed into Google Kanye on 808s, and it was like the first or second one that popped up.
Yeah.
So it's like it's easy to find. But he was basically talking about how 808s are in your lowest chakra. They're they're tied to like primal instincts and your sexual instincts and these
Yeah.
things that like low frequency type shit,
Yeah.
and they're putting these into these songs that you don't even know it's there necessarily.
Yeah.
Without them telling you it's there, you never know it's there. You'd have to
Yeah.
look at the recipe of the song and break it down and be like, oh, weird, man. Why do they got this? What is this? And then you play it and you're like, weird. I don't even know why that's in the song. But it's
Yeah.
in there for, you know, very intentional reasons. They're trying to disrupt your frequency, man.
Yeah.
And that's the chaos frequency. And they're trying to cause chaos in your
Yeah.
vibrations. They don't want you aligned with the proper vibration of the earth.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're too powerful that way. They need
Yeah.
to keep you off of that vibration. They need to keep you trapped in this hypnosis of 808.
Well, I'm sure a lot of the homies who listen to this will remember and appreciate how X actually talked a lot about this too.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he actually found a way to change his music to make people more happy or more sad.
Oh,
And
I love it.
yeah, I think he actually said on one of his live streams um that he made one of his whole entire albums with a certain frequency that's supposed to make you feel happy.
Dude, that's so
Um,
awesome, which means he was tapped into this knowledge.
yeah, it was either 17 or the question mark album.
Both of them are bangers.
Yeah,
Both of them are bangers. The question mark album, God, I remember back in like 2018, just right before work, playing that shit,
yeah.
playing it on my way to work, at work,
Oh yeah.
all the time, dude. That was the shit.
Have you seen his documentary?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Is it good?
I love it.
I gotta watch it.
I
What's it on? Is it on Hulu or what?
I think it's on Hulu.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
give it a watch.
Do you know that he lived with a porn director for a while?
Really?
Yeah.
Bro,
And
he's from Florida. They do crazy shit in Florida.
yeah, and so
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
some of the songs where like they like play moaning and stuff like that is actually a girl getting fucked.
Just real moaning. That's awesome. Hell
I thought
yeah.
that was so funny.
That's what it's all about, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want him faking the moans. Oh,
Um,
I love it. But so getting us back on track here.
yeah.
So Kanye, he was just essentially touching on the fact that there are certain things put into your music under the guise of all these other things going on in the song. So you don't
Yeah.
even recognize what's going on right now. But there's a frequency that's being played and it's disrupting your brain waves and your energetic field and the flow of your chakras, which
Yeah.
are all super important for your own, you know, I don't even know, like your own like navigation through this planet. You need to have all of your shit in line, or otherwise you're gonna run into things that you shouldn't be,
Yeah.
And yeah. So this brings me to another point, and this talks about, you ever heard the term like a mastering a song or
Yeah.
mastering an
Yeah,
album?
like mix and master. Yeah, yeah.
So I heard, and this is a theory, all right, conspiracy theory
Yeah.
brought down the grapevine, but so they say that a master album or a master version of a song is after it's gone to a master mason and
Yeah.
has a certain frequency put into it.
Okay.
And that's what
That's
makes it mastered, bro.
that's insane.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
Yeah, that's
That blew my
crazy.
mind. And I hope there's some truth to it. There might
Yeah.
not be, but fuck that gave me some
No, that's really
goosebumps.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of the power of sound, bro, have you looked into how certain sounds, like if you find the right frequency of a certain object and play it, it can actually move the object?
Yes.
So like there's an amazing experiment anyone can find online where like this guy's playing just a hand drum. I can't remember what the proper term is. What's the kind of drum that just has, the leather on the top and it has a hollow bottom and you just tap on it with your hands?
I think just, yeah, like a hand drum.
Yeah, I've only
Drum.
ever known it as like a hand drum.
Yeah.
But this guy, he puts like a piece of paper or something underneath it
Mm.
and he starts tapping it and he finds the perfect frequency. And as he's tapping it, the piece of paper floats off the ground and it follows the drum
Whoa.
up. And so, as a fun conspiracy channel, there's a theory that sound was used to build the pyramids. Know anything
Yes.
about that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So it's one of the only theories that could suggest that that was possible, because
right.
when you look at the pyramids and you look at how precise they are and how big these blocks are, man, so,
Yes.
like weighing ridiculous amounts of weight. There's like 2.5 million of these blocks, and
Yeah.
it's not like they're all the same shape and you just like, oh, this one, boom, 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 stack them
Yeah.
up. It's like, no, they're precisely cut to fit each other, and it's all by design,
Yeah.
so well crafted and super heavy.
Oh, it is insane.
You're telling me that slaves, bro, because this is what the Bible says, right?
Yeah.
That the Jews built the pyramids as slaves to the Egyptians. That's the theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think.
with stone tools, copper chisels,
Yeah.
and sleds.
Yeah, not to mention that they discovered that a lot of the stones were moved from like miles and miles and miles away to
Yes, they
get to the
were,
location.
dude. It was like, I might be over exaggerating, but it was like at least 100 miles away.
Yeah. I think I think the average stone is like 12 tons as well.
Dude,
Just
that's a ridiculous amount of
ridiculous.
weight. A Toyota Corolla, I don't even think is a ton, bro.
They're
It's
right.
a little pussy car.
Yeah. No, no, yeah. I don't think it is. What's it? I think a ton is
2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah. God, that's ridiculous. So 24,000 pounds,
Yeah.
this 12-ton brick
Yeah.
that these slaves moved with
Yeah.
wood rollers and, yeah, bullshit on
Yeah.
sand.
Yeah.
On sand, you moved it on a fucking. Come on, they're
Well,
lying to us. It's fucking.
well,
Oh, I hate it.
back to our last episode, I think it was just giants.
So that's, yes,
I
I
just
agree with you.
picked them up like Lego pieces.
Yep, they were carrying five at a time. They're like,
Yeah.
they were yelling at their other friends, like, "What? You only got three? You a
Yeah.
bitch?" You know?
Yeah. 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 They're playing catch with them.
Exactly. Dude. Dropping it on each other's foot as a joke.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, but back to the sound thing. How do you think they would have done it with sound, just like with actual spaceships or some shit?
I think it was directed energy weapons. Where'd he go? He dropped. Yeah.
I don't know why that got me, bro. You said, I think it's directed energy weapons.
I tapped in, bro. Had to. No,
That was great.
uh, it's so the only way, because you were talking about this dude with the drum, and right,
Yeah,
so like let's look at that model. So you've got sound resonating from the top,
yeah,
and you've got this cylindrical shape
yep,
running down, focusing the sound
yeah,
to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
so if you can, so say they had, we'll call them drums. All
yeah,
right. And they have these drums in space that are set to, and they might not even have to be in space.
right,
They might be closer than that. They might be things that they're creating from the ground. And it's these like resonant fields that hit, triangulate, and bounce down. And it creates this vibration that lifts it. But
right.
they're, they figure out what stone it is. Was it what was the main stone used to create it? I know there was limestone on the outside, granite
Yeah.
on the inside. What was the main stone? Do you remember?
No, but as you talk, I can find out in about 2 seconds.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah, Jamie. I kind of like where my mind kind of went when you said uh, the energy weapons or whatever. It was like a thunder gun from zombies.
Exactly.
Just kind of like aim it at it, and you're like, just
Yeah,
move it.
and move it over. And you have to be aligned with the frequency of that object. But if you are, you probably there's probably a little, remote, and they like tune it up like you're picking a channel.
Yeah,
Like, all right, okay, this rock is tuned in to 145 hertz. Let's tune it up, get it
yeah.
right there. Boom, bzz, lift it up. It worked like a charm.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing just says that it's a limestone
Okay, so it was
with
all
granite,
made of
like you
limestone.
said.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. So they found the resonant frequencies of these rocks, and that's what allowed them to, vibrate them up and off the ground and move them with
yeah.
sound. Because it's just, man, it's so precise, and it, it has no like mud brick style like any of
No.
the further civilizations ended up using.
Yes.
It just
Like,
doesn't make any sense to me, man. Like
oh,
it's
totally no.
so precise.
Anyone with a brain can look at it and be like, that ain't right.
Yes.
No, but someone who's really smart with a lot of money should go out and find the frequency that it requires to move a limestone.
Oh, I agree, dude. You probably don't need a whole lot of money. You just need a small piece of limestone
Yeah,
and a bunch of tuning forks, and get
yeah,
to work. You know,
yeah. And
figure
once you
out
find
what
that
that frequency
frequency,
is.
then you just have to build something loud enough,
Oh,
a giant speaker.
so exactly. I think that's what it is, man. You just need a big speaker to like make that resonant field as big as you can,
Yeah,
And so, all right, I'm getting the 10-minute mark. I'm gonna
yeah,
switch gears a little bit.
yeah,
So, something I've been doing a little bit of research about, because we're talking about frequencies and we're talking about resonant fields, and um, we're talking about the negative effects of these resonant fields and with the 808 and whatnot. But there's also positive effects with frequencies, man. And
yeah,
there's a lot that you can get into. Like I've done some research, compiled some notes,
yeah.
and I found something called the 7 solfeggio frequencies. And these are healing frequencies that all correspond with a chakra in your body. And this
Gotcha.
is getting a little woo woo. I
Not
know.
at all. Nope. That's what we're about, baby. That's what we're about.
Yes, that's what we're here for. And so each of these ones correspond with a different chakra in your body, and so I'm just going to list them off for you. So root chakra is 396 hertz. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Sacral chakra, 417 hertz. Solar plexus, 528 hertz. Heart, 639. Throat, 741. Third eye, 852.
Wow.
Crown chakra, 963. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of you are like, these are just a bunch of numbers, bunch of bunch of words you're saying to me. What does this mean? And
Right?
it's like something compelling for me. So what I look into a lot is numerology and gematria, which
Yeah.
is, assigning numbers to letters and reducing larger numbers to their base number.
Yeah.
And, you know, numerology is very important. And so each of these frequencies reduce to either 9, 3, or 6. So, for example, what I'm talking about when I say reduce, so you add, so 396, for example, you add 3 and 9, that gives you 12,
Yep.
plus 6, that gives you 18.
Yep.
So 1 plus 8, that's 9.
Yep.
That's the most base number you can get.
Right.
You reduce it. It's an alchemical process of reducing, you know?
Yeah.
And so the root chakra is attributed with the number 9. And it's just super compelling because each of these frequencies either correspond with 3, 6, or 9. And, I'm sure you understand the power of the 3, 6, and 9. Our boy Tesla,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was a big proponent of the importance of the numbers 3, 6, and 9,
Yeah. Just
and
paraphrasing, but anyone who doesn't know, he said before he died, he said, if only you understood the power of 3, 6, and 9. And
yes,
that's it. That's all he said.
dude,
So
on your deathbed, come on now.
yeah.
Like, you're going to say some important shit.
Yeah.
You're going to say something for people to remember.
Yeah.
And with a brilliant mind like his, he left he left behind some serious knowledge,
Yeah.
and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But so
So we're on what'd you say the base frequency was? 396?
yes, yeah, so
Yeah.
396 was your root chakra.
Root. And so what's the next one?
417,
And what's that associated with?
your sacral chakra.
Okay.
Yep. And something very interesting that I noticed through this as well is, so I look at them in this mirror pattern that I have, okay?
Yeah.
And so the first one and the last one correspond with each other. So 396 is the first, 963 is the last one, 639 is the middle one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so the second one is 417. The what is that? The fifth one is 741.
Okay.
So they're the mirror of each other.
Yeah.
So it's
I like that.
it's very compelling.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here like doing some adding up, and I like started noticing that they mirror each other. I was like, God, this is weird. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta get to the root of this. But
No, I love chakras. I think it's really interesting. Have you seen about how like people say like you need to lower or higher your vibration?
yes, yes,
And so like if you're a low vibrational being, it's because you're like tapping into your root chakra, right?
yes,
And you're
correct.
negative and you're just sex driven and stuff
Yep,
like that.
yep. And you're resonating with either your root chakra or your sacral chakra.
Yeah.
So
It's really
sacral
cool,
is
man. And
tied
it's
to the
real too.
sexual.
Anyone can go on YouTube and listen to a song in like I think it's like 400 hertz and stuff like that. Just listen to it. It's really, really interesting, you know?
Yes, yes. And so, yeah, I've got a couple other frequencies that are important that aren't on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
solfeggio scale. So these are like a specific, like, if anybody's ever gone to, like, you've been to like a rock shop and they got singing bowls.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So those singing bowls are attuned to the solfeggio frequencies. There's 7 of them, and they're tuned to these frequencies. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but um, the resonant frequency of the universe is 432 hertz.
Gotcha.
And this is known to increase health and your mood. And it like, it like opens up pathways, or like energy pathways for your brain. Like, it lets you flow in a proper way,
Yeah.
but a mere 8 hertz above that, it's the chaos frequency, 440 hertz.
Yeah.
And this blocks energy flow.
Wow.
And I think this is a frequency used, as well as the 808, in music to lower your frequency.
I gotcha. Gotcha. Funny how they're so close, eh?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. It's ridiculous. It's weird. So, and then there's also this, it's a really interesting frequency that I was doing some research about, and it's
Yeah.
528. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
528 hertz, they were doing research like with rats, and they were playing this frequency for the rat brain. And they
Really?
found that it reduced anxiety in their rat population.
Wow.
But also, it's known as the miracle frequency, 528. And so it's been known to, and not known like in the, I can give you some science and a little piece of paper and here's the receipt, it's like
Right. We're not professionals, but just what you hear.
exactly. it's
Yeah.
been it's been known to repair DNA by reducing the reactive oxidation species in brain tissue.
Well, that's freaking insane.
Yes, it's super compelling shit, dude. It's free. There's something to frequency.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I
Hell
love it.
yeah, dude.
Let me real quick. I just want to do some math here.
Yeah.
528. Oh, we already did the math. 528's up here. It's six. That's the solar plexus chakra.
Solar plex. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even connect the dots. God damn it.
Now wait a minute. In the beginning of this episode, I talked about how the 808s were hitting so hard that it was taking my breath away.
Yeah.
Maybe it was near that frequency.
Well, okay. What's eight plus eight?
16.
One plus six?
Sam.
Seven. That's not a three, six, or a nine. That's a
Yeah.
chaos number.
Yeah. That's very weird, dude.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, that's some weird shit
It's
right
so
there.
interesting. I love it. I love it. And you can go so deep with that stuff. And honestly, you got to learn to like know when to pull away because I know as well as anybody else. It's easy to get sucked into that, like, oh, every number has meaning and
Right,
all of
right.
it's evil, and
Yeah.
but there's just some compelling stuff, you know, and that feeling that you get when you're at a concert and you feel hypnotized.
Yeah, it's like it sounds so crazy, but it's also like it's so real too.
Yes,
They're
yes,
the elites are obsessed with numbers,
absolutely,
obsessed with them.
absolutely. Well, and
Yeah.
it's because these numbers have a part to play in what's going
Yeah.
on. It's like that. Nothing's by accident.
Yeah.
It all has a reason, dude. It all has a
Yeah.
reason.
It all has a reason, man.
I love
But
it.
it's been a great episode. I'm so
Yes,
excited for the
sir.
next one.
Yes, I can't wait, man. I love it. Yeah, we're less than a minute. I hope we don't get cut off. But
It's all right. It's all right. Thanks everyone for listening.
yes, thank you for tuning in. Fucking hop
And
back on. We'll show you what's going on from the ley line.
hell yeah.
Man.
Um, damn, bro. I just talking to you in this one right now, like I just thought of something awesome to talk about for like I could do a whole nother